It has happened though. Onyeeze-Jesus has been sentenced to 6 years imprisonment with a fine of 20 million naira to be paid. Okotoliba. Onyeeze-Jesus Akana social worldwide. Who you matter moto and who you moto matters. The father of all the men is on his way to prison. Now, what happened? You guys know that in 2024, Anambra State government implemented a law. They call it Anambra State Home Security Law. There, they now created what is called Agune Chamber and Operation Udogashi. And since then, they have been working, making sure that Anambra State is safe and all that. So finally, that in 2025, they started arresting some native doctors online, who those native doctors and some pastors, no, not pastors, those native doctors that will come online and tell the youth that if you come to their shrine, if they do one or two things okay for you, you become wealthy, you become successful and all that. So it happened that about 5 of them were arrested, including Akwa Okotiwalake from Oba. Onyeeze-Jesus, this one you are seeing now from Umbo. Onyeeze-Jesus is a native doctor and a pastor because he practiced both. At the end of the day, even Ekehit was arrested. Now, since then, another native doctors online. Since then, they have been going from one court to another. Every month, they will come to court, they will adjourn and all that. So finally, Akwa Okotiwalake was sentenced to 11 months imprisonment, if you remember. And not only that, he was sentenced to 11 months imprisonment. They burnt his shrine, everything. They destroyed everything. And also, part of his sentence was that if he comes out, he's going to denounce anything native doctor. He's no longer going to practice anything native doctor. So if you come out, he will just be ambassador for youth, or be what. So as it is now, it has been counted. I think he has been there for more than 3 months now since they sentenced him. So since then, we have been waiting to hear the outcome of Onyeeze-Jesus and the Ekehit. Remember that Ekehit's wife gave birth triplets, and since then she has been begging Anambra State government to release her husband so that he can come home and also take care of the children, because financially the thing was weighing her down. So finally today, being Friday, the 16th of July 2026, we heard the news that Onyeeze-Jesus has been sentenced to 6 years imprisonment. According to them, they said they found him guilty of going against the Homeland Security law of Anambra State. Because of that, he was sentenced and also asked to pay a fine of 20 million naira because they said he was one of those people that were deceiving the youth not to work, not to believe in hustling and working can fetch you money. Instead, they were telling them that if you come to the river, because his way of operation is when you come to him, he will take you to the river. That river, you buy lamb and all that. You'll be talking, choromika, choromika, choromika. At the end of the day, that after doing that sacrifice, you will become wealthy. That was his own modus operandi. Now, that's his own way of getting the youth or making them believe that he will make them wealthy. And another thing, that he will do one particular soap for you. If you use that soap and take your bath, at the end of the day, that will show you are washing away all the impunities away and all that. And after everything, you are going to make moolah. So at the end of the day, he was arrested and he couldn't defend himself according to what they said. They said he broke the law because he was, encouraging the youth to do more of rituals instead of working hard. So because of that, he was sentenced to 6 years imprisonment and also to pay a fine of 20 million. Now, if you go to the street of Facebook, you see a lot of people, they were debating where will he get that 20 million naira from. And I said, no, be the same Onyeeze-Jesus, where they show us all the good things he has, the land, everything that he has. Is it 150 acres of land and all that? That he's Akana social worldwide. He can get the mullah. But at the end of the day, just know that whoever that is promising you all those quick mullah, it's not gonna work, because you must find a job. Either you have a handwork or you go to school for you to survive. If you don't do any of those things, all those things that they're promising you is just Nollywood movies. Because you cannot just stay one place like this doing nothing and mullah will just be falling from heaven. It's not possible. You understand? So now what I say my content as it is now. We haven't heard anything concerning AK hit to know the outcome of his own court case. I don't know whether he was there today. He was in court today or not. So I say, I bring the news to you. Share this message so that other people will hear. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. Thank you.